Hello students, welcome to your stretch and relaxation video. We're going to be building some good flexibility. This is a good video to do after you're done working out. Make sure you're good and warmed up before attempting any deep stretching. Your muscles need to be ready for this kind of flexibility building. It's not a warm-up stretch, this is going to go deep. Okay, so if you're good and warmed up and you're ready, go ahead and sit down on the floor just like I am. And I'm going to scoot way back so you can see everything. And we are ready to begin. Let's start with some deep breathing. Breathe in. And out. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Extend one leg for hurdler stretch. We're going to hold each of these stretches around 30 seconds. It takes about 30 seconds for your muscles to start to relax into this stretch. And then we're going to go deeper. Okay? So just go to your own level. Some people can put their nose on their knee. Most of us can't, and that's okay. Okay. This is starting to feel like the muscles stretching. That's great. So before we go deeper, make sure your toes are up. Make sure you feel like the muscles are ready for this. And here we go. We're going to breathe in. As you exhale, go deeper into your stretch. Once you feel like you have the maximum stretch, here's what's really going to deepen and stretch out this muscle. Do not attempt this unless you're very good and warmed up. I'm going to take my heel and push it into the floor as I stretch. I'm going to hold it for 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Did you feel that? If you want to repeat that, go ahead and use your pause button. The more you do it, the more you're going to build some flexibility. Okay? Let's do the other side. Same thing as before. Breathe in. Exhale, come forward to whatever position is comfortable for you. It should be just enough to lightly stretch at this point, and we'll go deeper in about 15 seconds. How's that feeling? Okay, so again, check that your toes are up. Get ready, breathe in. Now as we go deeper, exhale. Never hold your breath while stretching. Your muscles really need that oxygen, especially if you've been working out hard. If you've been doing something aerobic, your muscles might be oxygen deprived right now. So keep breathing. Now as you exhale, push your heel into the floor gently. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I bet that was pretty intense. Again, repeat that if you want a little bit more stretch. Okay. We're going to extend both feet out. So before we really work that inner thigh, we're going to put your hands behind you, look up at the ceiling, and lift your hips slightly off the floor. We're just preparing our hips for the stretch. You can sit back. Okay. Prepare your hands. Breathe in. Exhale and come forward to your own best level. Some people will have their nose on the floor. I'm not one of those people. I don't think I've ever had my nose on the floor. I stretch a lot. Okay, so just like we were doing on the hurdler stretch, you can't see my toes. My feet are up as I'm stretching like this. Okay. Good. Breathe in. As you exhale, bring your elbows down without moving your fingers. Now walk your fingers forward. And we're going to repeat that. Breathe in. Bring your elbows down and hold. Good, now just like we did on the hurdler stretch, bring your heels a little deeper into the floor. Woo! Feeling that? That can be pretty intense. Nice job. We're going to ease out of that stretch. Just go ahead and shake your legs out a little bit. Okay, should be feeling pretty loose now. Okay. And you may notice that your quadricep muscle actually wants to be stretched right now. I always know when I stretch my inner thigh, I want to go right to that quad muscle. I feel it every time. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to come forward onto hands and knees and do kind of a nice long lunge. If you have bad knees, go ahead and do this quad stretch, and that is just fine. Okay, so I'm going to turn this way so you can see a little better. Okay, and bring my hands forward. I'm going to extend one leg behind me. I know you can't see it in the video, but I'm on the ball of the foot. I think most of you have done this. So I'm pushing my hip down and my body up. And the reason I'm doing that is I'm getting a very long line happening all the way up into even my abdominal muscles. I'm feeling that a little bit in my core, not just my leg. Take some deep breaths, get some oxygen in. How's that feeling? Just like before, we gotta do it at least 30 seconds. Good, now drop that hip a little lower, push that body up a tiny bit higher. Put a little pressure into the floor with the ball of the foot. How's that feeling? It's probably a little bit intense, right? Okay, so now, most of you have done this part. I'm gonna reach back and grab onto my foot. Some people have a little trouble with balance here. I like to center this hand right here. Okay, that kind of keeps my body facing forward and not turning sideways. Whatever helps you, kind of find your method. So you're aiming that heel back towards your rear. Do the best you can. This can be very intense for some people, so keep breathing. Our first stretch really got the front of the hip. This stretch is really getting into that long muscle right here. Feeling that? Good, so keep holding that a few more seconds. If you're on the floor, this is where you're going deeper. You want to push your foot into your hand. Keep pushing that hip forward. Okay, so whichever way you did your quad stretch, hopefully that was feeling great. Let's do the other side, same thing. Okay, we're going to go into our seated lunge. Bring that foot back. I'm on the ball of the foot, pushing the hip down and the body up. How's that going? Keep breathing. You ready to go deeper? Okay, so push that body up a little more, bring that hip down a little farther. Good, so now we're going to center the hand that holds us up, drop that knee down and grab your foot, pulling it back. Try to have some good posture here to help your balance. Again, if you're on the floor at this point, you're pushing that hip farther forward, you're bringing that foot, kind of pushing into the palm of your hand, getting as long a line as possible in that front muscle, that quad muscle that works so hard when we're kicking. Okay, so we can ease out of that. Ooh, that feels good. Okay, so we're going to go on to some flexibility, doing your choice of frog stretch or splits. This is going to be completely up to you, students. Everybody has a slightly different body and different hip structure, that kind of thing. Okay, so just do what you can do. Right now those muscles are already pretty warm because we did that spread eagle stretch. We're ready for this. Okay, here we go. Okay, so if you're doing frog stretch, I think you all know this, but feet touch behind you, pushing hips forward and down. Even if you're going into the splits, we want to start here, okay? So hold this about 30 seconds. Okay, so if you're going into the splits, just go one leg at a time. Kind of feel the muscles start to relax a little bit before you do the other leg. Whenever you're ready, extend the other one out and ease down into it. Okay. If you're a very advanced student, you can even do some splits push-ups. They're kind of fun, but make sure again that you're very warmed up. Do not attempt this unless your body's ready for it, okay? All right. How are those splits feeling? Okay, if you are doing the frog stretch, you can also do your half splits, and that's a great way to prepare your body for eventually being able to do the whole splits. Okay, hold that about as long as you can stand it. For some of you, that might not be very long. Some of you might be able to hold that and feel pretty comfortable. Okay, all right. Whew. That is definitely building some flexibility. If you want to have high side kicks and round kicks, work on your splits and frog stretch. It also builds strength. It takes both strength and flexibility to do this. Okay, so after we're done with that one, let's go on to our backs. We're going to roll back. I'm going to put one foot right here on your knee. Go ahead and relax your head back and pull that foot in towards your chest. The knee should stay pushed out. So if you're tempted to kind of pull the knee in like this, think more about pulling your foot towards your nose. You should feel that in your glutes. I like doing some ankle rolls. I don't know if you can see it in the video. That kind of stretches out my ankle joint. Take a deep breath in and go a little deeper. Good, we're going to put that down on the floor. I want you to push your knee out as far as it'll go. Okay, you're going to feel that in a different part of your leg and your hip. I want you just to rock back and forth a little bit. This is really good for your hips. Good. Okay, let's do the same thing on the other side. Put your foot onto your knee and pull it in. Again, aiming the foot towards your nose. Keep your knee pushed out. How are you feeling? I think it feels good. Hopefully you do as well. I'm keeping my stomach muscles pushing down a little bit so I can keep my lower back flat. That just kind of helps protect my back as I'm stretching. Good, let's go a little deeper. Breathe in. Exhale. Keep stretching a little further. A little more than last time, right? Okay, that feels so good. Okay, go ahead and lower that. Push your knee out. And just rock back and forth. Fantastic. Okay, so the next one and the last one is going to be pulling that knee across and doing a twist. Hold that just as long as you want to. Because we're at the end of the video, I could just fall asleep here. I might just take a nap. I don't know about you guys. But I find this so relaxing. It just feels great. Okay, let's do the other side. I'm pulling my knee across, keeping my shoulder blades on the floor. I use my hand to push against the floor a little bit so I don't start to roll away from, or roll into my stretch. Doing okay? Hang in there. So you can ease out of that, pull your knees in, just relax. If you want to, you can roll back and forth a little bit. That's kind of a mini back massage. 2 more breaths. Okay, and we are done. Go hydrate, drink lots of water. Eat healthy, take care of yourselves. Thanks for training with me and keeping up with your workouts. Peace out.